Hello there, good evening to you indeed, and many thanks for joining us here on Rwanda Television News. Here's our hopes that you had yourselves a great and productive day, and if you're on a holiday, we hope you are having a great holiday season. And this is now what makes our top stories. A fertilizer factory has been officially inaugurated in Bugesera district, capable of producing more than 100,000 tons of industrial-grade fertilizers annually. The Rwanda Biomedical Center has established the corneal tissue bank unit. Good evening to you once again, and thanks for keeping us company. And as we begin our tonight's edition, let us inform you that on Wednesday, the Rwandan Prime Minister, Dr. Edouard Ngirente, received and held discussions with Dr. Arnold Jamali, CEO of OCP Africa, a company that provides phosphate and its derivatives. He is in Rwanda for the launch of the Rwanda fertilizer blending plant in the Bugesera Special Economic Zone. The plant was established in partnership with the OCP Group Africa. Discussions held reiterated on future investments in the agriculture sector, as Dr. Ildefonso Musafiri, the Minister of Agriculture and Animal Resources, elaborates.
Discussions reiterated on current achievements made through the cooperation of Rwanda and Morocco, when various projects were initiated when the King of Morocco visited Rwanda. And among those projects, we are delighted because this project of the construction of the factory has been completed. The fact that it is going to benefit Rwandans since they will get fertilizers that respond to specific soil and crop nutrients needed. OCP also looks forward to do two other investments. The first is to get some of the raw materials they need in the production of fertilizers. In blending these fertilizers, there are some of the raw materials that are used, such as potassium, nitrogen, ammonium, and urea, but they also use neem that they import from abroad, and yet we have neem here in Rwanda. We agreed that since we have neem here in Rwanda, they will transform it in the form they want, so as to use it in the production process rather than importing. The second investment that they presented the Prime Minister is that they want to do a large-scale investment in crop production. They want to carry out agriculture on an area of more than 1,000 hectares, and starting from tomorrow, we start to scratch for appropriate lands for agricultural use for the project to start. They have agreed to put needed infrastructure such as irrigation and also help farmers with modern farming techniques. They also help farmers and ensure that the fertilizers produced in the plant of Bugesera are appropriately used.
Moving ahead, still on agriculture matters, a fertilizer factory has been inaugurated in Bugesera district, capable of producing more than 100,000 tons of industrial-grade fertilizers annually. Farmers have applauded the milestone, noting that a shortage of fertilizers was among the primary reasons many have continued to struggle to increase their yields. Farmers in Rwanda have long complained that irregular supply of industrial-grade fertilizers is one of the reasons why they are not able to produce as much as they should. The consequences of these shortages are that farmers are simply not able to harvest as much as we would. We should be able to get around 2 tons per hectare, but if only 500 kgs are produced, taking how much I have to invest, then you understand that I'm making losses, not profits. I'm not using fertilizers, and God willing, I'll be able to grow enough for me to eat. You plant however much you can in seeds, 1 kilogram or more if possible, and when that is not possible, then you are in trouble. The Rwanda Fertilizer Company, that is located in Bugesera District's Special Economic Zone, is here to solve such problems. As recently as last year, before this factory was completed, farmers were cultivating in their land as the rainy season began, and when we tried to buy fertilizers wholesale to supply them with it, there will be none to purchase. When we used to get it at ETG, it was never. In January or February, when we harvest, you will see the difference. We are bound to get bigger harvests because farmers planted on time and there were no delays in getting them fertilizers they needed. You will see for yourselves just how much productivity will increase. The government's objective is to ensure food safety for the country.
We expect specialized fertilizers produced here, meant for different areas, to be affordable, so that farmers will be able to buy them. And our estimates put productivity levels in the agriculture sector rising by as much as 40%. That should significantly benefit the welfare of people through what we are able to produce for local consumption and export. So with all farms producing 40% or more, we should be able to eliminate food shortages in the next 2 years. Investors in the Rwanda Fertilizer Company are looking to supply clients even beyond the country's borders.
To transforming the food system in the East African region, with Rwanda playing a pivotal role. As we move forward, we are confident that this blending plant will have a profound impact on the agricultural value chain, not only in Rwanda, but throughout the entire region. In conclusion, I express gratitude to the Rwandan government for its unwavering support. Together, we are laying the foundation for sustainable agricultural development, economic empowerment, and brighter future for the people of Rwanda and the East African region.
Officiating on behalf of the Prime Minister at the inauguration ceremony, Rwanda's Minister of Trade and Industry noted that initiatives like this are helping the country to fight the effects of global phenomena that have negatively affected the agriculture sector.
This concerted effort is not just a policy measure, but a transformative step towards sustainable industry and agricultural advancement and enhanced food security in Rwanda. Challenges like climate change, the COVID-19 pandemic, and the global conflict have disrupted food security and inflated fertilizers prices. In response, we have doubled our budget for fertilizer and seed subsidies from 12.0 billion Rwandan franc in 2019-2020 to 31.0 billion franc in 2022-2023, showing our commitment to support our farmers. Today's inauguration of the fertilizer plant is a statement to our commitment. This facility will produce fertilizers tailored to our unique soil and crop needs, ensuring high-quality output.
The factory will be able to produce more than 100,000 tons of industrial-grade fertilizer annually, while the country's demand currently stands at 70,000 tons per year.
The City of Kigali administration has urged city residents and visitors to celebrate the end-of-year holidays in safety and avoid excessive alcohol consumption.
With a few days left to the end of 2023, main streets, downtown and various parts of the city of Kigali are draped in festive colors. With nighttime entertainment spaces, including pubs, nightclubs and restaurants allowed to operate for longer hours, Kigalians are already enjoying the holidays. It will help businesses gain more profits this festive season. It will also help people get school fees for their children because they will return to school soon. And those who love going out, like me, will highly enjoy the holidays. Nelly Mukazaire, Deputy CEO of RDB, highlighted that the decision to lift the curfew was aimed at providing city residents with the opportunity to fully savor the holiday season.
Nibyo koko turi mu bihe birangiza umwaka, bamwe baba bari mu biruhuko, tuba dufite imiryango twahuriye hirya no hino.
Yes, we are in the festive season. Some people are on holidays. Families come together in different places and other activities. However, it doesn't mean safety measures should be ignored, because citizens have to stay productive. Service providers must adhere to excellence, but especially those in the tourism and hospitality sector. We should also keep in mind hygiene to make sure that it aligns with excellent service provision. The mayor of the city of Kigali, Tusengiyumva Samuel, urged the residents of the city to enjoy the festive season but avoid things that disrupt safety. With a lot of celebrations and gatherings in general, we want to remind everyone that Tungweles is everyone's responsibility, be it the parent, but also every citizen, because even after the holidays, life will continue. Our country needs to thrive based on her people. Especially the city of Kigali is developing at a higher speed, so residents should restrain from excessive alcohol consumption, especially in this festive season. The city of Kigali has assured its residents that maximum safety will be ensured during the holiday season.
To health matters, the Rwanda Biomedical Center, RBC, has established the corneal tissue bank unit. This comes as 4.8% of visual impairments result from the corneal disease. Prince Manzi filed this report.
Emmanuel Kubgimana, 21 years old, says on how he grew up with visual disorders and with expensive treatment, but luckily was sponsored to get treatment, and he now studies medicine aiming at treating visual-related disorders.
With notebook, just like that, I take this notebook and I close eyes for reading. But I take my chair closer to the blackboard for able to see. And in prep, it was difficult to study well in prep. The payment cost was huge, 2,300,000. So, but I have got sponsorship. That sponsorship helped to get the health facility for having cornea transplantation. Now I have a graft. If you see, my eyes are the same like others.
The Rwanda Biomedical Center has established the corneal tissue bank unit. Dr. Alex Nyemazi, an ophthalmologist, states that this unit will ease the cost of corneal transplantation locally and fasten health service delivery.
Visual impairment burden in the country, over 4.8% of the blindness in the country are the corneal diseases. So we are launching a corneal bank to try to sort out the issue of cornea donations. We've been importing corneas from outside the country, and it has been a burden to the country, to the Ministry of Health and RBC. So after analyzing the burden of the blindness and the visual impairment, after analyzing the burden of the cost of the corneas we import, the authorities sat down and decided that we should have a cornea bank in the country.
In February 2023, the plenary session of the deputies in the Rwandan Parliament approved the law regulating the use of human body organs, tissues, and other parts of the human body for medical, educational, and professional purposes. Dr. Nyemazi elaborates that there's still a need for awareness for citizens to understand the use of human body organs.
Talking about awareness, donating a cornea or donating an organ is not an easy process. The biggest challenge is the awareness. Now we intend, as all the institutions involved, to do mass mobilization.
The RBC statistics demonstrate that 39 corneas were transplanted in 2023. This is as 4.8% of visual impairments result from the corneal disease. Prince Manzi, RwandaTV News.
Thank you, Prince, for the report. On Wednesday in Kigali, the East African Interparliamentary Forum launched the Digital Health Innovation and Leadership Forum, which has the responsibility of advocating on the technology used in the health sector, mainly for development of the people living in those EAC member countries. The East African Community Director of Social Sector, Dr. Irene Isaka, who was representing the EAC Secretary General, demonstrated how the member countries will benefit from this digital health innovation that is expected to also bridge some of the gaps found in this sector in particular.
So this is the appropriate forum for that. And another one is policy advocacy, of which we know that members of parliament are well placed to do that. We need to harmonize our legal and regulatory framework as far as health is concerned. And when we talk about enactment of the acts by EALA, then you find there is a small absorption or realignment or harmonization at the partner states. So when we have this forum, it means there's going to be more awareness creation and sensitization at the EALA level, and that can cascade to the national level, where we have MPs. Like today here, we have members of parliament from EALA, but as well at the national level from the Republic of Rwanda. So this is basically what missed. Now, today we have Helena here, plus other development partners who are now ready to team up with EAC and EALA to make sure that we move ahead this agenda of health, digital innovation and governance. And it's very broad. One of the things, if you are here in the morning session, we had the scorecard. The scorecard actually measures the accountability, how these taxpayers' money is spent at the health sector, from the grassroots to the national level. So when you talk about attendance of pregnant women at the clinics, when you are talking about interventions related to HIV and AIDS, the absorption, the awareness, the access, the quality, the availability of skilled worker at those level, all those are captured digitally by the scorecard.
And that's all from us here at RBA's Rwanda Television News. On behalf of the entire news production as well as the technical team, many thanks for being with us. Up until next time, stay safe and continue enjoying your festive holidays. Goodbye. Have a great evening.